Frankenstein, the story of the man who created a monster. Opening hook. On a cold and stormy night, in a hidden laboratory filled with strange instruments and the remains of the dead, a young scientist attempted something no human had ever done before. He wanted to defeat death itself. His name was Victor Frankenstein. But what he created was not a miracle. It was a nightmare. A creature born from science, abandoned by its creator, and transformed by loneliness into something the world would remember forever. This is the tragic story of Frankenstein. Victor Frankenstein's obsession. Victor Frankenstein was born into a wealthy family in Geneva, Switzerland. From a young age, he was fascinated by the mysteries of nature, science, and the secrets of life. While other people accepted death as a natural part of existence, Victor wanted to discover a way to overcome it. He studied everything he could find: chemistry, medicine, anatomy, and ancient scientific theories. His curiosity slowly became an obsession. Victor believed that if he worked hard enough, he could unlock the greatest secret of all: the secret of creating life. After years of research, Victor moved away from his family and dedicated himself completely to his experiments. He spent countless nights alone, surrounded by books, tools, and human remains. His health began to disappear, but his ambition only grew stronger. The creation of the creature. Finally, after years of preparation, Victor reached the moment he had dreamed about. During a dark night filled with thunder and lightning, he completed his experiment. Using body parts collected from the dead, Victor created a new being and attempted to give it life. Then, suddenly, the creature moved. It opened its eyes. Victor had succeeded. He had created life. But instead of feeling proud, Victor was immediately filled with fear. The creature was enormous, with unnatural features and a terrifying appearance. Victor looked at his creation and realized he had made a terrible mistake. Overcome with horror, he abandoned the creature and ran away. The being that Victor created was left completely alone in a world that did not understand him. The creature's first days. The creature had no memories and no understanding of the world around him. At first, he was innocent. He felt hunger, cold, fear, and confusion just like any human being. He wandered through forests and villages, searching for safety. But whenever people saw him, they reacted with fear. They screamed, attacked him, and chased him away because of his frightening appearance. The creature did not understand why everyone hated him. He had not done anything wrong. He only wanted acceptance. Eventually, he found a small family living in a cottage. Hidden nearby, he watched them from a distance. The family taught him something important. Through their conversations, he learned language. He learned how humans communicate, how families love each other, and how people experience happiness and sadness. He also learned to read. For the first time, the creature began to understand himself and the world around him. Deep inside, he hoped that one day humans would see him as more than just a monster. The rejection that changed everything. After watching the family for a long time, the creature decided to reveal himself. He believed that if people could see his thoughts and feelings, they would accept him. But when the family saw him, they were terrified. They did not see a lonely being searching for friendship. They only saw a monster. They attacked him and forced him to leave. This moment destroyed the creature's hope. He realized that no matter how kind he tried to be, people would always judge him by his appearance. His sadness slowly turned into anger. And his anger became a desire for revenge. Victor Frankenstein's punishment. The creature blamed Victor Frankenstein for his suffering. Victor had created him, but then abandoned him. The creature decided that if Victor had destroyed his chance at happiness, he would destroy Victor's happiness too. He attacked Victor's family and caused unimaginable pain. Victor's younger brother, William, was killed by the creature. An innocent woman was blamed for the crime and punished even though she was not responsible. Victor was filled with guilt and sadness. When he finally met the creature again, the creature explained his suffering and demanded one thing: a companion. He wanted Victor to create another being like himself, someone who could live with him away from humanity. The creature promised that if Victor fulfilled his request, they would disappear forever. Victor's impossible decision. Victor agreed and began creating a second creature. But as he worked, fear returned. He imagined two creatures creating a new generation of beings that humans could never control. Victor realized that his first mistake could become an even greater disaster. So he destroyed the unfinished female creature. The creature witnessed this betrayal. Filled with rage, he promised Victor, "You will suffer." The final revenge. The creature continued his revenge against Victor. He killed Victor's closest friend, Henry Clerval. Then, on the night of Victor's wedding, the creature committed his most painful act. He killed Elizabeth, Victor's beloved wife. Victor lost everyone he loved. His father also died from the overwhelming grief caused by these tragedies. With nothing left in his life, Victor dedicated himself to one final mission: finding the creature and ending his existence. The final chase. Victor followed the creature across mountains, forests, and frozen lands. Their journey finally reached the Arctic, where the endless snow and freezing winds surrounded them. Victor became weaker every day. Eventually, he was found by an explorer named Robert Walton. Before his death, Victor told Walton his entire story and warned him about the dangers of ambition without responsibility. The creature's final words. After Victor died, the creature appeared one last time. He looked at the body of his creator and expressed deep regret. He explained that he was not born evil. He had once been innocent. He only wanted kindness, friendship, and love. But the rejection and cruelty of humans changed him. The creature decided that he no longer belonged in the world. He disappeared into the frozen darkness of the Arctic, promising to end his own life and leave humanity forever. And so, the story of Frankenstein ended. Not with the victory of a hero, but with the tragedy of a creator and his creation. Ending message. Frankenstein is not only a horror story. It is a story about loneliness, responsibility, and the consequences of creating something without understanding the responsibility that comes with it. The true monster was not only the creature. It was also the failure to show compassion and humanity.